Hey, what's going on guys? It's your boy Multi here and I'm back with another video for you. Sorry for the delay. I've been on a much needed long vacation since being an essential worker with all this COVID-19 stuff going on in the world. It has definitely made things crazy and hectic in my normal everyday life, as I'm sure it has yours. Hopefully everyone is doing okay out there though and staying strong with this new everyday normal. Okay, so let's get right into it. So you want to try the Assassin class in Ooh La La. Well, I'm going to do my best to help you get set up the best way possible for you beginners out there. My Assassin is not that high of a level, but I've been doing some digging and playing around to get the best damage and survivability with the Assassin. The Assassin might not be the best DPS class in the early game, but it's a great class in the long run. So let's go over the pros and the cons of the Assassin. The pros: quick skill rotations, snapshotable damage over time skill, which is poison, outstanding single target damage, friendly to the free to play players. The cons: very dull AoE damage output. The party must build around the Assassin, horrible early on game potential, a very technical class, and a frontline class. So with that being said, let's get into the attributes. When allocating your attributes, you have 3 ways you can spec. You can spec 3 in agility, 0 in stamina, and 2 in tech. This focuses more on damage output and overall performance, trusting that the other party members can fulfill and manage their own roles efficiently. It's great for heavy pushing. Build 2 is more of a PvP build with 3 in agility, 2 in stamina, and 0 in tech. This is great for those tournaments. It focuses on high damage output while adding stamina to add additional sustain, anticipating that you will take damage throughout the fight. The third build is 3 in agility, 1 in stamina, and 1 in tech. It's another damage focused build, but it balances out the sustainability with additional damage capability. Now on to tempering. You have 3 ways you can temper. You can temper attack, HP, crit, and impale. This is more of a glass cannon build with high damage output, but soaks up a lot of damage, potentially giving your healer a harder time sustaining the party. You could temper attack, HP, impale, and defense. It is a less damage output, but it allows for your healer to focus mainly on the tank. Lastly, you can temper attack, HP, crit, or defense. This is a solid damage dealing build with great capability to sustain the front lines without the additional damage from impale adding to crit. Great build to switch for PvP events. Now for clatter cards, you want to go with 6 giant jaw and 3 flying wings. This is what you would normally use. Some use modified builds later on in the game at the last continent. And then also you could use for PvP, most use 4 giant jaw and 3 fluff and 2 flying wings. Having 1 energy can make a difference between a win and a loss. Now I'm going to get into your single target damage skills. For single target skills, you have the poison build, which is Cloak of Bush, Poison Coat, which also has an evolution, Lacerations, and Shiv. Black Moblin goes on poison to buff the damage over time. For the second single target damage skills, you also have the Backstab build, which is Backstab, Pounce, Rupture, and Cloak of Bush. This deals less damage overall compared to poison, but is definitely good in certain situations where you cannot drag out the boss fight for long for poison to do its work. Now on to AoE builds. For AoE, when taking on multiple adds like the wolves, you would want to use this setup: Fan of Knives, which has an evolution, Cloak of Bush, Fatal Knife, and Double Throw Knives. Now for your AFK build, you want to use Cloak of Bush, Bounce, 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 Fan of Knives, and Fatal Knife. Now for your PvP build, you can use Cloak of Bush, Fatal Knife, Lacerations, and Fan of Knives. You could use Poison setup, but chances are the opposing team may make your poison fall off, so best not to use it unless you know the team's setup for sure. Don't forget to pair it up with fluff clatter cards for the best results. Skills you need to level and get legendary as soon as possible are Bush, Poison, Lacerations, Ambush, Roundhouse Kick, These will hold the most importance. The next to work on would be fatal knives, shiv, bounce, 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 scatter blade, backstab, fan of knives, pounce, rupture, and mortal wounds. Then all the other skills once you have finished with these skills. The core toys you need to work on getting and upgraded are the Black Moblin, Saber Tiger King, Brown Bear, Snow Marmot, and Marmot. These toys are needed most. Then you have your situational toys like the Bone Ankylosaur, Unicorn Gorilla, Dandelion, and the Yak King. As far as pets go, the best pet to use with an assassin is the assist pet. The assassin benefits greatly from high assist pets on the battlefield. Well, that about does it for the assassin. I hope I covered this to help you benefit on the battlefield. As always, thanks for watching, guys.